Hey, hey. What is this? Hair that's not even in my clip. There. All right, y'all. Let's see who hops on. Find a better angle so I can sit at my desk. There. There we go. Once you're on, give me a shout out. Let me know you're here. I'm gonna turn it on my laptop so that I can, hey Julie, so I can see comments because sometimes I don't see all the comments. All right, this will be on YouTube. Okay, so you guys will be able to rewatch this not only on our page, but on my YouTube channel, which will be very helpful, I hope. But we're gonna really talk about new customers. We're gonna talk about, or not new customers, new consultants, how to, get on the right track. This will help those of you who are maybe seasoned or leading. This will help you guys kind of hone in on what do I need to talk about? What does Kylie already do? What do I need to do? What are they needing to learn about? What's the, important things? We'll talk about. So hopefully this is helpful. I might be a little scatterbrained. I try not to be, but it's just who I am. I cannot help it. But I'm going to tag a few people and see if anybody else hops on. Let's see, who else? I always forget people. There's so many names. Okay, I think I've got a few people. Let's see who hops on. I'm not gonna wait too much longer for the people that are watching the replay. But all right, I'm gonna dive right on. And if they miss stuff, it's all right. My name is Kylie. I am the director of Scented Snitches. Some of you guys, I'm your sponsor. Some of you guys, I'm just your director, and that's okay. Your sponsor, okay, your sponsor is whoever you joined under. Okay, so whoever you joined under, whether that's me or somebody else, that is your sponsor. Now, if I am your sponsor, I am also your director, okay? So a little bit about me. That's okay, catch the replay, girl. So for me, I am a mom. I am a wife. Since my daughter was born, I've been doing Scentsy full time. I absolutely love it. My husband works evenings, so that's a little challenging. My best friend and her little boy are currently staying with us for an extended amount of time, which is great. But it's also, a transition. What else about me? Very straightforward, very to the point. I'm a leader that will be absolutely willing to help you and will put in 100%, but I will also kick your butt in gear. And if, I can tell that you're not working or you're not taking what I'm saying seriously, then I don't continue to work with you. That's just who I am, and I have to put up those boundaries having such a large team, right? And it's just going to get bigger. So without further ado, I have my notes, so hopefully that'll keep me on the right track, and let's get going. So, frontline versus downline. These are all very simple things that you need to know about as a consultant, because you're going to see it, shorthanded. You're going to see a lot of people say it, and you're going to be like, I don't know what that means. You also need to know for the compensation plan, right? So before we get into anything else, I already told you sponsored versus director, right? I'm your director. I might also be your sponsor. So for Angie that just commented, I am her sponsor and her director, okay? For Julie on here, I am her director, not her sponsor, right? So frontline versus downline goes right into that. My frontline is the people that I have had join under me, okay? So Angie is my frontline, okay? Julie is my downline. I'm using that as an example because they're on here and I see their names. And the reason Julie's my downline, she's my third gen, okay? So she joined under someone who had joined under someone I recruited. So 3 down, right? So those are things that you're going to have to know. When you go to your reporting tabs and you're on your team list and you see like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.10, whatever it is, that is going to be your generations, okay? So for my first gen people, my front line, they're 0.1s. The people that they recruited are 0.2, so on and so forth, right? So the people that my 0.2s have recruited, right? My second gens recruit, those are my third gens, so 0.3. So it works very, very simply like that. And those are things you're going to have to know as you continue this business, okay? Now, reinstatement versus new. Are you a reinstatement or are you a new consultant? A reinstatement means that you have joined back after previously selling Scentsy. Now, you're still considered a new consultant to me because you still have to relearn things. There's new things about this business that you probably need to figure out. But all in all, you are a reinstatement, meaning that you joined back for free. A new consultant, you either joined signing up with the 99, a hostess special kit from having your own party, or you did a join special, okay? So that is reinstatement versus new. Now, first things first. Sorry, my baby's, my best friend's helping with the baby, but I thought she was crying. First things first, email, okay? I send out an email to every single person on the team when you join. It doesn't matter if you're my frontline or my downline, you get the same email, okay? The only difference is in the tasks. It'll say like, reach out to your sponsor for this, reach out to your sponsor, because someone was calling me. Did I cut out? Hopefully I didn't call out. But if it says, talk to your sponsor, if that's me, if you joined under me, then you contact me. If it's not me, it's somebody else, then we'll do that, okay? Then you'll talk to your sponsor. If they're not willing to help, or you still have questions and they're not comfortable answering them, or you're not really sure what to do and they've kind of ghosted you, or you feel like you haven't had sufficient training or mentoring, then you can absolutely come to me. I'm available for pretty much everybody. But I can't always give my full attention to everybody. So if you're not my front line, then go to your sponsor because they might be able to help you a little better than I can. But I'm always here. Now, you're going to get a first things first checklist, okay? If you're a reinstatement, I don't believe you get a first things first checklist email. I think you do get an email though saying like you have this long to get active. Now for this checklist, you need to complete this checklist to even have the capability of earning Sensational Start, okay? So the first things first checklist is very simple. I think it takes 10 to 15 minutes total to get through it. And it's the first thing that pops up on Workstation, okay? So when you get onto your workstation, it's gonna say like first things first, and it'll have a whole, I think there's 5, 6 different things, that modules that you'll click on, and it'll be super simple, just give you some information. All right, my email that I send you is going to have our Google Drive linked. It's going to have the consultant guide linked. It's going to have a ton of resources for you to look through that are going to answer a lot of your questions, like how do I get paid? What are my requirements to sell? How do I log into Workstation? What does this mean? What happens? Rewards can I get? How do I get paid? When do I get paid? What do I get paid off of? All of those questions are going to be in the Google Drive on top of others like promotions, new consultants. There's tons of resources in a folder that says new consultants. There's sponsoring information. I have marketing flyers on there. There are things for you to use, especially systems, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel, and that you can just start ground running with this business. Because let me tell you, if you tell me that you don't need a system, you're lying to yourself and you'll figure it out eventually, okay? I thought I didn't need a system. I'm a very organized person. I work very hard. I was like, I won't forget anything. That's a lie, okay? It's a straight up a lie. You need to know who you asked to have parties. You need to know who you asked to host a party. You need to know who said yes. You need to know who you've asked to join. You need to know who's ordered. What did they order? When did they order? How much did they order? Did you follow up with them? Did you send them something? You need to know all of that because you will not remember it eventually, okay? There's paper systems you can use. There's an app you can use specifically for Scentsy. And if you have questions about that, just ask your sponsor. Ask me, look on the team page, okay? There is an order of ways you should go about finding information, okay? The first place is your workstation. The second place is your team page. The third place is consultant support, then your sponsor, then me, okay? So that is how you really need to be asking, chain of command. Workstation will probably have it. If not workstation, the team page. That the team page, your sponsor, and so on. But those are very, very, very important things that you need to be paying attention to, okay? Next up, when you first join, you need to read the consultant guide, okay? Not only is that going to come in your kit, not only is it on Workstation, but I have also attached a PDF file of it to the document email that I send you when you first join. That is 3 places that you can see it, that you are able to find it. Also, it's on the Google Drive. If you go to the Google Drive, which is right front and center on the team page, and you type, in the Google Drive, you put consultant guide, it'll pop right up. You'll be able to read it. So there's no excuse for not reading your consultant guide. It's going to give you everything you need, okay? Another thing that you want to think about is getting a product training guide. I believe this comes with the $99 kits, but this goes through every single product type that we sell, even for limited time offers, and tells you what's special about it, why is it great, what's the size, where is it made, and it tells you ways that you can market it, okay? So if you're not utilizing the resources at your fingertips, and this is gonna sound really harsh, but Chloe says it too, all of our leaders say it, if you're not utilizing the resources at your fingertips, then I'm sorry, I can't be of help to you, okay? I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm pretty much self-taught, so I know it's possible. I know that during a busy life, being a parent, being, full-time working, all of those things, I know that it is possible to be successful. I know it is possible to find the answers yourself. And if you can't, that's okay. Just ask the question, hey, how can I find this? Right? It's not up to your sponsor to be the one to spoon feed you or give you the answers. It is their job to help you find where to get the answers. Okay, does that make sense? Because quite frankly, we're all, my business comes first. If I am not where I want to be in my business, I am not going to train other people, okay? Another thing I didn't do is if I wasn't hitting a certain goal, I wasn't training other people to do it, because if I wasn't hitting it, then I'm not able to tell them what to do. Now, that doesn't mean I didn't say, hey guys, I'm searching for 2K, that's what I'm really reaching for. You do it too. We will get there together. And so I shared the new things I was trying to get there. But I didn't say, this is what you need to do to hit 2K, did I? No, because I wasn't doing anything that worked. So eventually, once I got there, I could say, hey, this is exactly what I did to start hitting 2K. Now, this is either you can take it or you can leave it, okay? So you need to really learn how to be self-sufficient, but it's okay to still ask those questions. I love helping you guys. That is literally my passion, is helping you guys be successful. I probably get more excited with you guys being successful than I do with myself being successful. But you have to also, like I said, find that fine line, okay? So we did our email. We did the consultant checklist. Now we read our consultant guide. What's next? Talk to your sponsor, okay? I'm sure they're probably already talking to you, but say, hey, I completed the 3 tasks. Now what? Now what do we do? I'm struggling with words today. What do we do now, okay? Here's what you do. You set up a phone call with them, and you're going to start your launch party. They can help you. For my recruits, I do your launch party basically for you for a couple reasons. It helps you start out successfully, and it teaches you how to have an online party. If your sponsor can't do that, that's okay. Have them point you in the direction of what to do. I have created a mock party on Facebook for you guys to utilize the best you can. You're free to use that template. I have also created a Google document template of my live parties so that you guys are able to see that. So there's 2 different party ways that I have shared already on the team page. So that's what I'm saying. Utilize your resources. The search bar in Facebook, if you go to the Facebook right? You're on Facebook and you hit the search bar here for the group and say I type in party, okay? So say I type in party. Guess what? All these posts with the word party are going to pop up. It's going to teach you how to talk to people about parties. It's going to teach you how to book parties. It's going to teach you how to have a party, why you should have a party. But you have to just do it, okay? It's not going to do it for you. You have to read it, utilize it, okay? You can't just read it and expect it to happen. That's not how this works. Your paycheck is going to reflect your work, okay? If my paycheck is $0, it's because I did $0 in work, okay? If my paycheck is $5,000, it's because I put in a heck of a lot of work. Income disclosure, that is not what my paychecks are, guys. I'm just throwing out a number, okay? Now, the next things when you are a new consultant that you want to focus on, don't focus on certified, okay? You're going to get there eventually, okay? Because we're going to fast track you by getting the awards, right? So first things first is Shooting Star. Shooting Star is your first 15 days. That is $500 sold in your first 15 days as a consultant, okay? The first 15 days is totally doable, especially when it comes to launching your party. That is when people are the most excited for you and the most willing to help, to be honest, because they don't know how you are, and it is up to you to keep them, okay? Now, Kylie, how do I keep them? We'll get into that, okay? So you're going to be having this launch party that your sponsor is helping you have, and it's going to be pretty fantastic, right? It's going to be awesome because they're going to be helping you. You're going to be excited. It's new. You've invited your friends. Now, you did not invite Sally from high school that you haven't talked to in 10 years. You did not invite her, but you did post it on your Facebook and your story so that if Sally saw it and she wants to join it, you gave her the opportunity to let you know that she can join, right? You did do that. Think of things outside the box where you can reach people that maybe you don't talk to, but you don't cold call them. We don't cold call in this team. If I find out you were cold messaging people from 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, I'm going to be very unhappy. If I get a text from somebody or a message for somebody inviting me to something and I don't talk to that person, they didn't say, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing great. How's Harper? How's your husband? Whatever it may be. And if I don't feel like they truly want me at this party other than dollar bills on their party, then I don't join. Why? Because this is what I do for a living and I have a good idea of how it should be. Okay? Next thing is sensational starts. Level 1, 2, and 3. Okay? You can earn any of them the first 70 days as being a consultant. So if you hit level 1 in the first 30 days, you have the next 40 days to hit level 2 and 3. Okay? You're going to get product credit. You're going to get awards. You're going to get all of these things. It's also going to be what certifies you. So while you're hitting sensational start, you're certified, which means you get a bonus, right? You get that 25% pay raise. So now you're a certified consultant. You've had your first promotion and it's not even 70 days into your business, right? It's because you worked hard. It's because you did well. It's because you were educating yourself. It was because you were having help from either me or your sponsor. You know, you need to find the ways to make this work. Anybody can make this business work if you want it, okay? If you want it, okay? Because if you start training yourself now, you're going to be very self-sufficient when the time comes that you have promoted and have a team. You're going to be able to tell them exactly what they need to do so that they don't need their hand held, but so that they can fast track themselves to be successful like you, and that will be better for you as well in the end, right? We want our teams to be as successful as possible, not because of the benefit of us, but because the benefit for them. It's about the people, not the money, okay? That's a big thing that I believe in. It's about the people and not the money. If you take care of your people, the numbers will follow, okay? Now, it's not, don't read into this too much. It is not your sponsor's job to necessarily train you on everything, okay? It is your sponsor's job to make sure you are taught the important things, have the resources available to you and that you have them, and to answer your questions when you have them. Now, that doesn't mean don't ask the questions. That doesn't mean don't post in the team page. That doesn't mean don't reach out to me. You have to figure out, you know, if it's a simple question, if you ask a simple question like, hey Kylie, what time does this release? I'm probably either not going to reply or say it's on the news tab. Why? Because not that I don't care that you don't know, but I want you to know how to figure it out. It's the same way I figure it out. It's the same way your superstar directors figured out. We go to the news tab and we look at it, and then you Google a time zone converter and you convert the mountain times to Eastern time or whatever your time zone is. And then you figure it out. I've had to do that. I literally push buttons to figure stuff out. It's just how the world works these days, right? So having your sponsor to mentor you is really important. Really, really, really important. But it's not their job to be doing it all, okay? Simple questions, ask them once. But after that, they've showed you, they've told you, try to do it yourself. Like I said, that chain of command, workstation, team page. If you want to do consultant support, you probably don't always have to go there. Sponsor me, okay? So there's at least 4 things for you to check, okay? Next thing is we're going to talk systems, okay? And I actually have my systems here to show you. I'm going to cover up my customers' names. But this is a system that's on our Google Drive, okay? It's on our Google Drive. This is my follow-up system. I keep it in my planner. My planner is my other system that I use, and I use that because I'm very pen and paper. I like to write it down. I like to cross it off. I like to dot my I's and cross my T's and just make sure that I have everything the way I need to, okay? Some people don't like that. Some people prefer an app. Some people like Amy. Some people like Google Calendar. You need to do what works for you. For me, I like writing down my customers here and going back. Now, what other systems do I use? I also use a list of the month. Again, not going to show you, that's team names. So not going to show you that, but it talks about potential hosts, potential teammates, and a team focus. Also talks about Scentsy clubs that are going out. And you literally look at your order history and you see who spent the most, who ordered the most, who's on Scentsy club, and who could possibly benefit from all of these things, right? So that is exactly how you're going to do that. Now, for my follow-ups and my joins, okay, this is my hosts, okay? This is something I'm still working on, but I literally just have a list of their names right here, and then it talks about what date did I ask them, did they say yes or no? If they said yes, when's the party, and do I have any notes? Now, you'll see that a lot of these say no response. That's okay, because the more no's I get and the more no responses I get, the closer I am to finding someone who's going to say yes, okay? Next, I have literally the same format. It's literally the same list, but for somebody to potentially join. It asks the same questions. What's their name? What date did I ask them? Was it a yes or no? What's their reason? And do I have any notes? Okay? So notes of like, said maybe, not right now, check back in a month. Said yes, joined this date. Said no because of this. So making those notes for me, sorry, I almost yawned, is something really important so that I can remember next time I talk to them. You know, if I just asked them to join a week ago, I don't want to talk to them again and say, hey, how about joining? And they're like, Kylie just asked me last week. And I'm like, oh, that's right. So you have to be very careful. You have to definitely be tracking, you know, who you're talking to, why you're talking to them. I have to-do lists every single day, okay? Let me find one for today. So here's my to-do list for today, okay? That is one that I created so that I can cross them off. I think that every single person should have a to-do list for every single day. It's just going to be very helpful. You should have 3 things a day that are income producing that are must-dos or have-to-dos or whatever you want to call them. And then the rest is kind of like extra, where if you get to it, that's fine. If you don't get to it, make those your must-dos the next day. But we should not be doing fluff, okay? So if you're spending hours and hours making samples, don't do that. Your samples either are going to be losing you money if they're just sitting there because your time is worth money, that product is worth money, the stuff you put them in is worth money, the labels you put on them is worth money, the ink. You either need to make a few at a time and send them out, bulk sample one thing so that when you do send stuff out, you got that, or make a big bunch of samples once a month and then have them all for when you run out, you can make more, okay? Don't be making samples every single week. Don't be making marketing flyers every single week. You don't need to revamp those things, okay? I have marketing things already in the Google Drive. If you are just starting and you are not where you want to be in your business, if you're not hitting 200, if you're not hitting 500, 1,000, if you're not recruiting, promoting, whatever it may be, do not work on your brand, I love having a brand, but I didn't work on my brand until I became a director and I had my business under control. Okay, I don't think your brand is important. I think customer service is important. And that's what we're going to talk about next, okay? Customer service needs to be good and great and amazing from the beginning. If it's not good, great, and amazing from the beginning, then your customers are going to go find someone else because I know that they know somebody, right? We all think this place is oversaturated with consultants. Not true. They actually just did a study, and there are hundreds of thousands of people that have no idea what Scentsy is. But they'll find someone. If they don't like your customer service, they're not going to buy from you. I have a girl, I just bought toothpaste from her. She's super sweet. She's not really bought anything from me before, but she's on my VIP page. Not once has she asked me if I liked it. Not once has she followed up. Not once has she asked me if I need anything else, if there had any complaints. Not once. And to me, that's a turnoff because I, as you can tell, am very organized with my follow-ups and with my people. And as sweet as she is and as much as I like her, that makes me want to kind of back off because I'm like, okay, well, did she really, truly appreciate me buying from her? Because I know I do a happy dance every time that I get an order. I truly love and appreciate my customers. They're choosing you. We don't really choose to go to Target or choose to go to Walmart. Like, we have to go get our stuff someplace. They choose you to be their Scentsy person, right? Everybody's selling the same products. They chose you, not the product, right? Me and Sally down the street have these same products, right? What makes me better than her? What makes her better than me? We're not better than each other, but that was bad wording. But like, what's the word I'm looking for? We're not at a competition, okay, first of all. No Scentsy consultant is at a competition with each other. But what makes my customer want to stick with me and not go to Sally, okay? I truly don't think that anybody's better than the other. I think it all just comes down to effort. It comes down to how you're treating your people, things like that. But they can always go to somebody else, okay? I'm going to yawn. Sorry, y'all. I'm tired. It's been a long day. But it's okay. So having good customer service from the beginning is important. And that starts with your systems. That starts with the follow-up. You don't have to be doing mail-outs, okay? I do mail-outs. My mail-outs are $3 to $4 a piece. And if you are just starting out, do not do those. Unless you're rolling in money, do not do that. Because you need to be making money with Scentsy for your families and not making money with Scentsy to spend on Scentsy, okay? Let me show you what I did. So when I first became a consultant, I bought these envelopes, okay, 50 of them for $5 at Walmart, and I would go to Michael's with their 50% off coupon, and I would buy these thank you notes, and I would take a scent circle, and I would cut the back off of a scent circle, and I would handwrite a thank you note. I would put a felt sample in there. I would put a product list. I would put a scent of the month, and I would fold them up, and I would put them all of that in here with the scent circle, and I would mail it for like 45 cents, okay? That is what I've done. If they're local to me, I did not mail them. I handed it to them, okay? I dropped it off at their house. I did whatever I had to do so that I did not spend the money on shipping it. It's just what I did. I have always done mail-outs, okay? I don't think you have to do mail-outs. I have always done them. I truly love them. They have grown. They're definitely income producing for me, being someone who my team is, or my customers are pretty much everywhere but where I am. And I don't send my mail outs to customers that have bought from me locally. So if their order shipped to me, I put everything I would put in a mail out in their bag, okay? So that I'm not spending money on the shipping. So you need to have good customer service. That's like just checking in with them. That's just asking if they need anything. That's making sure their order came. Making sure the samples you sent to them, that they liked them. Making sure they liked the products they ordered. Then when you're following up with them, you can follow up with, hey, have you ever thought about some free and half off Scentsy? Have you ever da-da-da-da? That will open up the door to so many different possibilities that are going to be never ending for you. That's going to make them stay, okay? You want your customers to stay. You want them to refer their people to you, okay? That is what you want. That is what you want out of this business. You want them to say, that's my girl, that's my Scentsy girl, that's my Scentsy guy. You need them to want you. You want your friends to be like, oh my gosh, my house smells so good. My laundry smells so good. My girl takes care of me, blah, blah, blah. That's what you want from day one. And that's what I was saying earlier is when we do those launch parties, whether it's me or your sponsor helping you, you need to keep those people. Okay, you could potentially lose them. They could be like, oh, it's just ordering from you to be nice. But what if they order from you and you send them a thank you text the day they ordered, say, thank you so much for, supporting my launch of my business. I'm so excited. And then you tell them that you're sending them something in the mail and say, I'm sending you, a goodie bag in the mail. It's nothing much, but it's to show my appreciation. They're going to be so excited because nobody gets bills in their mailbox. Can I get an amen? So you, as their consultant, can make Happy Mail come, right? And it'll be like 40 cents, okay? Or send them a text and say, hey, girl, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it, blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is, make it you. Make it authentic. Sorry, y'all. It's embarrassing. But having 2 kids in my house, it's a never-ending cycle. But that's what I'm talking about with good customer service. People think customer service is spending money. People think customer service is going over the top with a bunch of things to give away. That's not customer service. It's being kind. It's being authentic. It's being making sure you're being sincere, making sure that you're truly, truly looking out for your people, that you are always going to fix their problems, things like that. Do mail outs if you want to do mail outs. If you don't want to do mail outs, then see what happens if you don't do them, and just be kind to your people, right? Then go into, if they ordered from you and they like their stuff, be like, hey, I am trying really hard to, expand my business. I'm trying to reach some goals. I would truly love, to give you some free and half off products, blah, blah, blah. See what they say. If they say no, move on to the next person. On average, you have to ask 10 people for one to say yes, okay? So if you want any more ideas for customer service that are cheap, if you want any more ideas for customer service that it's going to be cheap to mail or easy to make, or what I do, definitely message me. I'm eventually going to try to do another video on that, but that's just a completely separate thing. So is marketing. So if you have any questions on any of that, please reach out to me or your sponsor, okay? And last thing is parties and shopping links, okay? As a consultant, you get free and half off products, right? You do not get them if there is not a party link open. It's the same way that it works for our hosts, okay? So you go into your orders tab, you hit create party, and you literally just put whatever name you want. I usually say like March online orders or Spring Has Sprung or whatever. If it's for a host, I'll say, Mary's Scentsy Social, something like that with their name so people know it's theirs. And then you just complete, you just go through and you complete making that link, and then that's the link that you share with your people. So if I was a first-time consultant, I would say Kylie's Scentsy launch party, or my startup party or launch event, or whatever it is I want to say. And when people order, or I make a post, or I'm sharing my link or whatever, I'm going to post, or if I'm in my launch party, I'm going to post that link, the one that attaches to the launch party. And when people order from that and you hit $200, that's when you're going to get your free and half offs. Sorry, my back is hurting. That is when you're going to get your free and half offs, okay? So it's got to be attached to those parties. And it'll say, when you look in your orders tab, it'll say, let me look. It'll say so-and-so's party, or whatever it is party, like right in the middle of the orders tab. I can't show you my orders tab because it's got names on it. But if you look, it'll say PWS party, right? And then it'll say the name of that party. If it's Scentsy Club, it'll say Scentsy Club. Now, if it's not attached to a party, it'll just be blank and it'll say Scentsy.com or something like that. So make sure that you're paying attention. And then when you go into your parties, you'll see when you have 200 or more, right? Because you need to have 200 or more to get your half off and free. Now, you can read about the shipping and how that works on the Google Drive, on Workstation, on the team page. I'm not going to go into that. But if it's a $500 party, shipping is free, okay? You can add anybody to your party, whether they're a local or not. Now, if you enter their order onto your party and you're not submitting your party for a week, their order is not being submitted for a week. They need to know that. Now, if you go in to your orders tab and you click individual order and you do it all and you put everything in there and then you pay it, that order has been submitted and they have paid shipping. So make sure that you attach it to a party before you submit that, Okay, so an individual order can be attached to a party. You will earn free and half offs. You will get paid off of it, of course, but it's what will be submit now. Now, if they're local to you, especially, you do want to try to get them to wait that week, because then they will get discounted or free shipping. If they don't wait, that's fine. You can still attach it to that party. It gets submit, they get it faster. There's no harm done in that other than they pay shipping, and most people don't care, okay? So figuring that out, push buttons, watch trainings, read the consultant guide, look at my pinned post in the team page that I have about submitting parties, okay? That is also how you're going to get people, new customers. It's how you're going to get new consultants comfortable. It's how you're going to get free and half off products for samples. Everything like that is going to be done through your parties. You always want to have 1 or 2 open for yourself. This is how I do mine. So most of my people just go to my website. Like I said, most of them are far away. If they don't go to my website, but they are out of town, I put in an individual order so that I can submit it right then and there, or I can hold it if they're trying to wait a few days, okay? So if you don't submit it right then and there, the system will just hold that order until you submit it, okay? So I will go through and I'll be like, okay, here's your order, da, 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 da. Does it look correct? I always take a screenshot and ask them if it's right. Then when they say, yes, it is, I tell them their total, okay? They send me Venmo, PayPal, or credit card, and I do it that way. And then they're paid the shipping, and it's shipped to them much faster. Now, if it's somebody local, now I have a local order submitting on Friday. Tomorrow, I will make a post saying, hey guys, I have a local order going in. Let me know if you need anything. And that's all I say. And my local people know that if they do that, they will have the discounted shipping, okay? So that's a good way to do that. And their order will sit there until I submit it. But they know that. They'll say, when are you submitting it? I'll say Friday. Okay, cool. So they know if they pay me on credit card, they are not going to have a payment on their credit card until Friday. Okay, so that's how you kind of go through that. And I hope that makes sense. If it's a little confusing, ask your sponsor, ask me, check Workstation, check Google, YouTube. There's tons of resources, okay? Now, personal shopping links, okay? So basically for yourself, it's a personal shopping link. You can order from it yourself. Your people order it from you, whatever it may be. Now you can give customers a personal shopping link. I do it all the time. My very, very best customers, I tell them, hey girl, why don't we go do a personal shopping link from you? You order from it when you want. You have about 3 months to hit 200 or more. And once you hit $200 or more, you're going to have free and half off products that you can use for what it qualifies to use them for. And they love that. And people, will do that instead of partying. And at the end of them, I'll usually say, hey girl, you're already at 300. Why don't we share this link with your friends and family and try to get you to 500 so that you get $75 in free product and 4 half offs? And most of the time they're like, yeah, sure, I have nothing to lose. I already have the product, credits, half off, so why not? And that'll help you get more customers, right? They can either text it, they can either post it, you can do a party for them. I try to do a party so it's more personal, but it's completely up to you how you do that. There's pretty much complete flexibility in this business, but you have to think outside the box. You have to think outside the box, you have to work hard, you have to be consistent. It's not a hard business, but you have to make the time. You can sell Scentsy to pretty much anybody. You can, I say I share it. I don't sell it, okay? I am not a salesperson. You will not see me post prices, flyers. You will not see me post stuff like that unless I have to. Like right now, it's Enliven. I struggle with that word. Enliven the Census Week. So there's flyers right now that I'm using to show the bundles available, but I'm pairing them with real life images, okay? So you'll see me do that, but you won't see me post a warmer and be like, hey guys, check out my new warmer, run to my website, she's only $45. That is just not me. I would take a picture of my warmer and be like, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm in love with my new warmer, where's she gonna go? And I'm gonna interact with the people that comment and tell me where I should put it. They're like, oh, put it in the living room. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a great idea, but my color theme is da 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 da. I don't know if it'll work. So I interact with people that way, or I'll be like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty, I want it. And I'd be like, girl, let's get it for you. And then I'll ask them if they want to do a party. If they say no, I ask about a shopping link. If they say no, we just order it. No harm done. It's still me being good and having great customer service because my people know I want to save them money. All right? And now that's pretty much everything for the First Things First. Just a few other things. Check your news tab daily. That's how Scentsy keeps in touch with those consultants. There's currently an incentive going on right now, so if you didn't know that, it's going to revamp April 1st. So you have until March 31st to reach the first level of this incentive, which is having a teammate and them hitting certified, just one. And then there's going to be another level of this incentive starting April 1st, and I think the last month is June or July. And then the fall, starting in August through January, is our incentive period for traveling, okay? There's a tab on your workstation called Incentive. That is where you will see FAQs, how to earn it, what the rewards are, where are you at in this. So make sure you do that. And, can't show numbers. If you go right here to this first page, you're going to see, your PRV, your TWV, your GWV, your active frontline. It is going to look a little different for you until you hit certified. It'll be a big circle that says like so-and-so away from certified, or 800 to 1,000, whatever it may be. And that's going to be there until you hit certified. Okay? Okay. Everybody watching on YouTube is going to love the fact that I keep yawning. Pay Portal, you can check Pay Portal. There is an app for that. There's not an app for Workstation, but you can save it to your homepage. I have it on my homepage. Your reporting tab is going to show you your team. It's going to show you your numbers, your commissions, things like that. You can contact support via phone or chat. I always use chat. And you can go to your account tab, where it shows your name on the workstation. You hit account and you're able to sign up for Scent Warmer of the Month. I highly recommend at least Scent of the Month. Okay, it's going to be a tax write-off. It's also going to be a way for you to make samples, hand those out to your customers, get some club orders, have some products for your customers for giveaways or whatever it may be. You can edit your website there. You can edit your name. You can do a ton of things. It's also where you get your tax documents. Okay, those are important. So when the time comes, if you guys have any questions, please talk to your sponsor. Please talk to me. The team page is at your disposal, so don't just wait for me to post about it. Search. That's where I find a lot of my information. Like I said, I'm self-taught. So I would go through the pages I'm on and I would say, okay, I'm looking for parties. Type in party, home party, online party. I would just type in a bunch of different keywords and I would read through stuff and I would use what people are sharing. Because especially when you join the How I'm Working page, then you're also going to have all of those ideas from everybody within our huge SSTs group, okay? And that's for us. That's for us to utilize. So not only do you have Scented Snitches, you have the How I'm Working page, you have all of our teammates, you have the Google Drive full of things for you to use. Those are at your disposal, okay? If you need any other advice, any other tips or tricks, or you really need help on something, please reach out. Don't be afraid. That's what we're here for. But also just be aware that this is a independent business as well. So you don't have a boss. You're your boss. So if you choose not to work or you're not doing what needs to happen to be successful, then it's not going to happen. Okay. So I love y'all. This will go on YouTube probably tomorrow or late tonight, but you can always find this here as well. And, have a good one. I'm probably going to go to bed. So, good night.